What's up everyone and welcome back to the City Insider. Today let's get started with Grealish int'l display give Pep a headache. Jack Grealish may have given his Manchester City manager Pep Guardiola a big headache after his impressive display for England last night. The winger completed 61 minutes of England's 1-0 friendly win over Australia before being replaced by Marcus Rashford. Despite not seeing out the entire match, the City star still managed to make an impact on the night and show how much of a useful attacking figure he can be. Having provided the assist for Ollie Watkins' winning goal, the winger has now matched his record for goal contributions made for City in all competitions this season. In addition to that, the 27-year-old accurately completed 38 of the 42 passes he attempted, 2 of which were key passes, leaving him with a passing accuracy percentage of 90%. The treble winner also completed 2 dribbles and drew 3 fouls from his opponents, further highlighting how much of an attacking nuisance he was for Australia. This performance ultimately earned the winger an overall match rating of the 7th of May 10 from SofaScore, making him the second highest rated outfield England player on the day. Grealish's efforts were also picked up by the Daily Express, who said in their player ratings article that the City star tried to increase the tempo throughout the game, with the Englishman not starting a Premier League game for City since their 2-1 win over Sheffield United due to injury and tactical reasons. This performance against Australia could give Guardiola a big question to answer over whether he should have Grealish in his starting 11 on a consistent basis as he was last season. Man City fight Newcastle for 23-year-old attacking midfielder. Newcastle United and Manchester City are ready to battle it out for the services of 23-year-old Krasnodar sensation Edouard Spertsian. According to a report by Fitches, Newcastle United and Manchester City are both keen on having Edouard Spertsian in their ranks. Both the Premier League clubs have been monitoring him and are ready to battle it out for his services. Spertsian has come through the ranks at Krasnodar and made it to their first team in the summer of 2021. The 23-year-old has since gone from strength to strength. He has featured in a total of 88 matches for the Russian club and has contributed towards 48 goals in the ongoing season. The attacking midfielder has featured in a total of 13 matches and has been on the pitch for over 1,000 minutes. He has managed to contribute towards 8 goals. His impressive performances over the past few seasons have attracted a lot of attention. While Spertsian's contract with the Russian club runs until the summer of 2026, he is expected to be on the move in the near future. The 23-year-old wants to play for a top European club and there is interest from the likes of Manchester City and Newcastle United. Both Premier League clubs are ready to battle it out for the services of the Armenian sensation who will cost €13 million. Manchester City are always on the lookout for young players who can help them maintain their dominance in the long run. And Spertsian seems to be a perfect fit for the club, with Kevin De Bruyne already 32 and struggling with injuries. Manchester City would love to have a backup, and signing the Armenian attacking midfielder will surely help their cause. He can eventually take over from the Belgian international. Meanwhile, Newcastle United are also interested in the 18-year-old, and they are ready to battle it out with Pep Guardiola's team. Newcastle have done some exceptional transfer business over the past few transfer windows. They have been focused on signing young world-class players without overspending, and Spertsian will be a great acquisition in that sense as he will only cost €13 million. But, with Manchester City also keen on having the Krasnodar midfielder in their ranks, it will be interesting to see if Newcastle United can come out on top in this race to his signatures. Bellingham rejected Pep Guardiola and Man City. Jude Bellingham is starring for Real Madrid at the moment, but if Pep Guardiola had his way, then the England international midfielder would have been playing for Manchester City now. Real Madrid signed Jude Bellingham from Borussia Dortmund in the summer transfer window. Madrid are paying Bellingham a weekly salary of £220,000 per week. The Sun, the England international midfielder, is doing extremely well for Los Blancos at the moment. The 20-year-old has scored 8 goals and given 2 assists in 8 La Liga matches for Madrid so far this season. Bellingham has scored 2 goals and given 1 assist in 2 UEFA Champions League games for Carlo Ancelotti's side so far this campaign. If Manchester City manager Pep Guardiola could have his way, then he would have brought Bellingham to the Etihad Stadium in the summer transfer window. According to Cadena SER, City tried to convince the England international to make the move to Manchester. Guardiola had a telephonic conversation with Bellingham that lasted for almost 3 hours. The former Barcelona and Bayern Munich manager explained to the youngster his vision for him. However, according to the Spanish news outlet, Bellingham turned down Guardiola's advances. The midfielder had already decided to join Madrid from Dortmund, and he decided to stick to his initial decision. Bellingham eventually completed his move to Madrid. I believe that the 20-year-old, described as a fantastic player by Guardiola when he was a teenager, would have been a great signing for City. Bellingham is already a world-class player, and he would have made City even more formidable in the middle of the park than they are right now. Who knows, perhaps in the coming years, Bellingham could end up at Manchester City. You just never know. Man City facing Barcelona. Competition for Dutch man. Manchester City have been looking at Chelsea left-back Ian Maatsen, but now manager Pep Guardiola is facing competition from his old club Barcelona. Manchester City have been linked with a move for Chelsea youngster Ian Maatsen. Maatsen, who can operate as a left-back or as a left-winger, is out of contract at Chelsea in the summer of 2024. On September 7, 2023, 90 Minutes reported that City, who won the Premier League, the UEFA Champions League and the FA Cup last season, are interested in bringing the 21-year-old to the Etihad Stadium. Chelsea, though, are reportedly trying to convince the Dutch youngster to sign a new deal and commit his long-term future to the Blues. City are now reportedly facing competition from Guardiola's former club Barcelona for Maatsen. According to Sport, Barcelona are looking for a new left-back and have identified the 21-year-old as a potential target. In my opinion, Manchester City should feel confident about signing Ian Maatsen, despite Barcelona showing interest in the Chelsea left-back. Of course, we know that Barcelona are one of the biggest clubs in the world. But City are a big club as well and are a winning machine these days. And, in Pep Guardiola, the citizens have one of the greatest managers of all time. I believe that as a potential free agent next summer, Maatsen would pick City over Barcelona. The main problem for City is whether the left-sided player decides to sign a new contract with Chelsea in the coming weeks and months. One thing is for sure, Maatsen would be a very good signing for City and would thrill the fans. The defender has previously described himself as a player that loves football, adding that he is aggressive and loves to be on the ball. And that's the end of this video. Don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications to support me.